Hello there, everybody. Welcome back. I'm here to be talking about Fallout, which is this TV show that has released on Amazon Prime, which, by the way, I just want to say Amazon Prime is killing it this year with the shows. First Hazbin Hotel, Invincible Season 2, and now this. Truly awesome. And Fallout is based off the video game series of the same name. And what it is, if you've never played the games, which I myself haven't, is it basically is like a what if during the era of being, Cold War, of nuclear, scare of everyone basically on eggshells about if, they're going to get nuked from like the 50s. And this is a what if a bunch of nukes get launched and the world basically gets destroyed and the survivors have to basically, survive in a post-apocalyptic future where there's a bunch of creatures and monsters and all sorts of crazy people. And then you have the more lucky people who basically went underground into the vaults and survived that way. And the show follows this girl named Lucy who their vault was invaded by raiders and her dad gets captured. So she goes on the journey outside the vault to try to find her dad. And there's a bunch of other characters, like there's one of these factions, it's called the Brotherhood, which your main focus there is a character named Maxis, who ventures out on his own agenda. And also you have a character named Nagul, who is also really important into the story because he's someone who was around before, the bombs dropped, and who is, survived this long because he was mutated and turned into what was called, the Ghoul. And so there's a lot of interesting story beats that you learn about his past through flashback sequences, which also flesh out the earlier parts of this universe. And what I did hear was that the show was canon with the games, and something I want to give it props for is they did something, unique. Instead of copying and pasting a game and, doing it injustice like Last of Us. Anyways, they actually told their own story with their own characters. And of course, there's nods for fans that played the games. Like there's certain locations that show up in the show that fans would get really excited about. There's references like, the Fallout Boy with the thumbs up, the blonde dude. And there's, like Nuka-Cola, certain types of animals, types that you fight in the games. Of course, the factions like the Brotherhood and stuff. But in all that, like fan service and like world building, which by the way, the effects and locations that we see is really well done. I was really impressed with this show. And I'm honestly, after watching the show with how well it was done with, the location and performances from like the characters, the actors did really good jobs. I was really invested in the story that was being told because there's multiple storylines going on with the different characters. Like besides all the craziness going outside and like where the main plot is with the three characters I just mentioned, you also have a side plot with the people who stay back in the Vault 33, like with the main character, her brother Norm, trying to uncover some mysteries and stuff that he didn't, and a lot of people don't really know about the history of his vault and the other vaults around. So there's also some fascinating stuff going on that side. And I was just really impressed with all of the components for this show. Like I said, the performances from the cast is really good. The effects are really well done. The world building and lore explaining, I thought was really helpful for like me. Like I watched it with a friend who is a huge fan of the games and stuff, but I could also pick up on what was going on, and it made me intrigued to want to check out the games myself, which I think is a great job on the people who made the show. They obviously did their homework and they really had love for the games that they were basing this show off of. It wasn't just a cash grab. And the show, like a lot of good shows, it ends with satisfying results, but there's also more to be up in the air, like more questions that want to leave you coming back for another season, which they are doing another season, which is awesome. And yeah, that was pretty much the majority of my thoughts on the Fallout show. Again, I was really impressed with this. I knew when I saw the trailer I believe, the first trailer at the Game Awards late last year. I knew that this was something that would be pretty good. And again, another video game adaptation done right. So I think that's just awesome, and definitely I highly recommend checking it out. Even if you haven't played the games, like I haven't, it's still a really riveting, well-made show that I can't wait to check out more. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. It means a lot to me. And have you played the games, or have you watched this show, or have you come into it blind? Please let me know down below in the comment section. I'd like to hear your thoughts. If you want to hit the bell to get notified when I upload and subscribe, that would be great. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Bye.